Throughout this race, we had the machines scared and scrambling, and for them, it's just the beginning of an election year filled with many, many surprises, I can tell you that. They will be challenged again and again across this great land, and when there's trouble in Massachusetts, rest assured, there's trouble everywhere, and they know it.
Democrats lose their supermajority in the Senate. Trouble everywhere in the landscape. Happy anniversary, Mr. President.
What a difference a year makes. And if you don't know what was happening exactly a year ago at this time, you're probably watching the wrong show right now. Top Line starts right now.
Hello and welcome to ABCNews.com's Top Line. I'm David Chalian.
And I'm Rick Klein.
Each weekday we're bringing you the very latest political headlines, reporting, insight, analysis, everything you need and want to know about politics.
And it's twitter.com/The Note, where if you ask me, I'll give you the answer to what was happening a year ago today. You remember where you were?
I do. I was in a studio at the museum watching the inauguration.
And I was cold.
You were outside of the cold. Get us started, sir. What's your top line today?
MASS-ACRE, a political shocker for the ages as the Republican candidate Scott Brown upends the political order and changes just about everything in Washington by winning an upset election against the Democrat Martha Coakley. The spin today, David, is furious. But this is, bottom line, this is a seat the GOP never thought they'd have. It brings them back to 41, and it changes just about everything about the Obama agenda.
And you can never forget that it was Ted Kennedy's seat. I mean, that added layer of drama was present all night last night as well. There, as you said, Bob Menendez said, you cannot sugarcoat this. It is a disaster, a disastrous day for Democrats. And that leads to now what? Yes, the path forward on health care. You have Democrats of every stripe. Evan Bayh and the moderates there, Jim Webb with him. You have Barney Frank, Anthony Weiner from the liberal end here. Everyone's saying we need to pause, slow down, and not do healthcare, except for a group, again, on the left, this group that continues to get somewhat rolled in this healthcare debate, is saying let's move forward. But it does not sound that the party overall is there right now. And I think you're going to start hearing from the White House today that perhaps it does need another look about how to readjust and move forward on healthcare.
It's fair to say, I think, that healthcare reform, as we knew it previously, is no longer viable. Even though it passed the House and the Senate, it is not going to happen in its current form. Scattered landscape 2010 looks a lot more dangerous for Democrats nationwide. There is no such thing, David, as a safe seat anywhere in the country if Massachusetts can be in play. And party leaders are scrambling now to make sure, to try to stem the tide of retirements. They don't want Democrats looking at Massachusetts and then looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, you know, I can find something better and easier to do with my time over the next 10 months than run for re-election.
The two major things that the Republicans have said they need to actually get to a place where they can take back the House. They need more Democrats to retire, and they need to raise more money. Well, this should help on both fronts. Certainly, you're right about Democrats fighting about retirement, but this should help a lot with recruiting candidates who have not yet decided on the Republican side, and to energize the fundraising troops, not just the grassroots,